So the other day I posted on Twitter that I would be taking a break from the Bird app and not coming back until I finished some content. Well, I made the grave mistake of taking a little peek on said Bird app, only to see thousands and thousands of notifications informing me about this article. How Vosh and Shoe0nhead ruined the online left. How Vosh and Shoe0nhead ruined the online left. How a growing and flourishing space for the marginalized became indistinguishable from the alt-right. Oh no, what have I done? If you guys don't know who Vosh is, he is a left-wing YouTuber who does debate content, but apparently me and him single-handedly turned the left into the alt-right. I give Vosh, Shoe, and any other media personality full permission to respond to this article. Wow, thanks. Thank you for the permission to use my freedom of speech to respond to a public article on the internet. Thank you for the permission, ma'am. I was a small YouTuber in 2015 who created video essays on the various ways in which the media we consume affects society's views on women. I didn't plan on becoming famous or anything. I just had a lot to say and wanted to say it. I had about 500 subscribers and only 5 videos up before an anti-feminist YouTuber with over 100,000 subscribers called Bearing made a response to one of my videos. I was swarmed, dogpiled, and harassed for days. I was called fat, ugly, stupid, and worthless for days. I deleted my entire channel out of fear. I was 18 years old. It was then I realized that there was no safe place on YouTube for outspoken feminists. When I first started making content criticizing feminism, my comment sections were just flooded with angry feminists who would say I have internalized misogyny. The internet was basically ruled by, you know, Tumblr feminists at the time. Then around 2015, 2016, it seemed to flip and the internet was basically ruled by anti-feminists or anti-SJWs. And there were a lot of anti-SJW channels that would respond and own all these bedroom feminists online. But I do understand what she's getting at here. So let's keep hearing her out. Slowly, new left-wing channels began to pop up. Channels like ContraPoints. They paved the way for what is known as BreadTube, but only because ContraPoints catered to those same men who drove me off YouTube. Despite being the BreadTube queen, there was something off about Contra. I finally realized what it was in 2017, when a picture of her with YouTuber Shoe0nhead was posted to Twitter. Oh no. This controversy, guys. I don't even know if half of you were around for this, but me and ContraPoints and my fiance and a few other YouTubers who I won't name because I don't want to even drag them into this drama again, all had brunch together at VidCon in 2017. Contra was relentlessly dragged and cancelled over this. It was crazy and I felt so bad for her. It was a very fun and productive conversation too. She winded up changing my opinion on a few things actually, but you know, that's not allowed. And by the way, just so all the same 100 Twitter accounts whose politics completely revolve around e-celeb drama, for those guys, just know me and Contra, we're not friends. We actually hate each other. She threw a milkshake at me and called me a filthy fascist. So you guys can stop harassing her about being friends with me. Thank you. Shoe0nhead, June, was and still is the most popular anti-feminist YouTuber on the platform. Men love to see a pretty woman validate their opinions. Men love to see pretty women tear down other women. Men love submissive, youthful, she's 30. I love when people try to make fun of me but say the same things that I say to make fun of myself. I already 8-miled you on that joke like 6 videos ago. Step it up! Women who cater to their misogynistic worldview and validate their bigotry. Is that what I do on this channel? Bigotry against Karens? Maybe that's why the author is so mad. This is a Karen. See? A woman agrees with me. Shoe became famous for tearing down other women and being a pick-me. First of all, we respect women on this channel. We respect women's rights. Women's rights to shut the fuck up. And second of all, I don't know how one can look at my channel and come to the conclusion that I hate women. Last time I checked, I am a woman. I do hate myself, but not because I'm a woman, but because I am a neurotic, unmedicated head case who was basically handed everything in life and still managed it up. A lot of people I respond to happen to be women, because women happen to talk a lot about the subjects I talk about. But I actually defend women quite a lot. In most of my videos, I'm like, women don't do this. This isn't all women. I mean, in one of my most popular videos, I defend women. And I still get no I dedicate years to defending you, m'ladies. Can I at least get a hello? Pick me is like, hey men, pick me, because a woman can't have different opinions unless it's for the benefit of men. 4 years of hating outspoken, strong women like me. 4 years of profiting off of my pain. Girl, I don't know you. Strong women like me. Who is she BuzzFeed? Contra's friendship with Shoe was a red flag for the direction the online left was taking. I wish I could have spoken out sooner. What direction? Talking to people who mildly disagree? Enter YouTuber Vosh, a stereotypical, overweight, bearded, white, pansexual, LOL, leftist, feminist man. Wow. So, in the beginning of this post, she cries about how Bering's audience called her fat. And here she is calling Vosh fat. As Vosh's popularity grew, so did Shoe0nhead's interest in him. He had like, what, 5,000 subscribers? Yeah, I'm clout chasing. Of course, Vosh was interested in her too because she's pretty. There's the quotation marks again. Just call me ugly and go, man. And popular, and white, and straight. Are you sure about that? Shoe tends to gravitate towards whatever dominant male is floating around whatever community she's involved in. Oh my god, first it was Sargon of Akkad, a literal white nationalist. Holy fuck, I never dated What? And then it was her fiance, Armored Skeptic. Her porn-sick BDSM daddy and fellow right-wing anti-feminist chud. Holy shit. He's not porn sick. He's not right-wing. He was a centrist for a little while, but like, who wasn't? He's not even anti-feminist. And he's not a chud. Not gonna argue with the other thing listed there. You got me. And now it's Vosh. Can't even talk to men. Her entire personality revolves around catering to men and will mold herself into whatever she can to please them. The concept of women having opinions outside of the collective Borg is just unheard of. Shoe now calls herself a social democrat. Whatever that means. Google is free, ma'am. Technically, I would call myself a social libertarian, but nobody knows what the that is. I'll just stick with social democrat. This, for some reason to the left, is a pass for her to continue to be the very obvious right-wing grifter she is. Shoe also supported Bernie in 2016 when... Okay, so in the beginning of the paragraph, you're like, she's a secret right-winger. She now supports Bernie. And now you're like, yeah, in 2016, she supported Bernie. How long has the con been going? Shoe also supported Bernie in 2016 when she was calling Black Lives Matter a hate group. My entire feed at the time in 2015, 2016 was just full of the worst of Black Lives Matter. So I had the idea that Black Lives Matter was just this terrible, awful movement. I never saw any of the good, and so that was just my opinion. Now I see the issues that they're calling out, and I understand. Saying a black woman looked like a gorilla when Milo Yiannopoulos was banned off of Twitter for saying Leslie Jones, the actress from Ghostbusters, looked like a gorilla. I had the brilliant galaxy brain idea to defend him and say, but she does! Everybody looks like animals. I didn't know that that was racist at the time, believe it or not. But yeah, pretty racist. And harassing a 17-year-old girl, Milo Stewart. So for those of you who don't know, or maybe don't remember, this is Milo Stewart. They kind of were the internet's punching bag for a year or so for a viral video they made where they were like, all white people are racist, all men are sexist. It was just a really hot take. And although I didn't outright harass Milo, I'm not gonna lie and say that I didn't add to the overwhelming tidal wave that was heading their way at the time. Like, don't get me wrong, the take was very hot and it deserved criticism, but the kid was 17 years old. If I made videos at 17, they would have consisted of me yelling at Christians, telling them that they have invisible sky fairy daddies, and let me tell you, if I was made into the internet's punching bag at 17, I would have f***ed off the internet forever. So the fact that Milo is still making content unbothered, you gotta hand it to him. So I did actually apologize to Milo years ago, and I actually do talk to Milo nowadays, and they're pretty cool. But here's the thing, Milo never identified as a girl. So it's a little weird that this person's like, oh, Shoe harassed Milo, a 17-year-old girl. What's going on there, big guy? Even if I do apologize for every single bad opinion, bad take I've ever held in the past, everything that maybe I don't agree with anymore, I could sit here and apologize for all of it. It won't matter. They'll just move the goalpost to something else. And believe me, they'll find things. There are things they dig up that I don't even remember saying. There's this idea that you should not apologize, never apologize to the mob, and I agree with that. To an extent. If you actually feel like you've hurt somebody, or you actually do want to apologize, then go ahead and apologize. Like, I would apologize to Leslie Jones if she knew I existed, which I don't think she does. But these people don't care. Like, this person is just lucky nobody knows who the she is, because I'm sure we could go through all of her opinions and all of the things she believed like 4 years ago. It would be one thing if these people said, hey, Shoe said this, I don't like her. That's fine. But these people go, Shoe said this, therefore she's not left-wing. I get this all the time from people. I see this all the time. This bizarre purity testing and gatekeeping that really, really drives people away from the left. Like when a few months ago Joe Rogan came out and said that he liked Bernie Sanders, and Bernie Sanders posted it to Twitter. Every wine mom, every check mark was just like, no, Joe Rogan, no! You said a few problematic things in your 2 decades of being a celebrity, no! Because fuck building a coalition, fuck building a movement, fuck winning, I guess. Only the purest life forms on Earth are allowed to agree with me. And that's a problem that I really want to fix, that I've been trying to fix. Because this, whatever this is, ain't working. And people are tired of it. Like, I might be a sheltered, middle-class white girl, but people you meet in your day-to-day life, your friends, your family, your coworkers, the working class and poor people you say you care so much about, they're not perfect angels. Like, not everyone was reading theory straight out of the womb, Karen. Criticizing the Democrats while Donald Trump is in office and the GOP continues to strip our rights away. Wow, so left-wing. Yes. The Democratic Party basically exists to neuter any kind of progressive change in this country. We have more power calling out our own side than we do calling out the other side. We have more of the chance of changing the system from the inside than we do just yelling at the other side. Like, what do you want me to do? Yeah, Trump bad. Trump bad! But the Democrats are already starting to pander to us. So we're obviously having an effect. So I'm going to keep bullying the shit out of Joe Biden and the Democrats. If you think that makes me right-wing, then so be it. Slap a mustache on me and call me John Bolton. What I thought was a growing community of pro-women, pro-LGB, I think you are missing a letter there, ma'am. It was probably a typo, let's keep going. Became an irony-poisoned anti-woman, anti-POC space that would rival Stormfront. I cannot get away from the constant dunking on liberals and women. I f***ing hate women, Vosh yells directly into the camera. It's a joke, of course. A total ban of women until we figure out what the hell is going on, Shoe says. It's a joke, of course. White woman extinction button, Shoe posts on Twitter. LOL, racism and misogyny is so funny. Oh no, how dare these people make jokes. Also, I thought you couldn't be racist against white people. What are the rules? It's all a joke. They're just hating women ironically. Yes. PewDiePie is just joking, guys. Oh my god, she's one of the PewDiePie people. Oh my god. Oh my god. I should have had a bingo sheet. She's just hitting every single point, every single stereotype. They believe they are bringing people over to the left, when all they are doing is turning the left into the right. What is right wing to this person? Right wing to this person seems to just be people who make jokes. Politics begins and ends for this person at decorum. And I really cannot stress enough to you how harmful that is. I cannot stress to you how bad it is when you just gift the right the concept of jokes and being edgy. Like, remember when we just rolled over and gave them Pepe the Frog? What was that all about? Shoe's grift, on top of just making money by pandering to men, is pretending to be left-wing. There are politics outside of cosmopolitan. You know, come to think of it, I've never actually checked Bernie's stance on manspreading. Like, I can't even think of a right-wing policy I hold. Like, guns? I'm pro-gun. I'm pro-free speech. That's not really a right-wing policy, though. Those are technically, like, libertarian things. But I can list, like, a shitload of left-wing policies I believe in. Pro-Medicare for all, student debt relief, pro-living wage, pro-Green New Deal, pro-wealth tax, pro-choice. I'm anti-war, I'm an anti-imperialist, I'm anti-private prisons, I'm pro-taking Jeff Bezos and him the So I ask again, Alexandra, what exactly is it that makes me right-wing? Is it because I believe in right-wing things? Or is it because I think your precious women in media video essays are vapid, shallow, pretentious works completely driven by the desire to feel like you're having an impact on the world, while you realize this dreadful existence will one day cease, and you will be left to be torn asunder by the inevitable heat death of the universe? Sorry, I just had to go off about that because this is shit that I've been hearing for 6 years. And I just goddamn hate talking about myself because I'm the most boring human being on planet Earth. So I never had the time to actually bring it up in a video. But this article was like a perfect opportunity to do so. Collecting a following of young leftist men, then herding them into the right once the election is over. I don't understand this like conspiracy theory that I'm like a secret Trump supporter. I would love to be a Trump supporter right now. Are you kidding me? I would actually get some sleep. According to a survey Shoe0nhead did, her audience is overwhelmingly left or far left. This means she's successfully tricking an entire generation of young men into believing making jokes about erasing women's rights is left-wing. She's talking about this meme I posted. It's a joke. It's a meme. Their anti-feminism is now anti-TERF and anti-pop feminism, as Shoe calls it, because making feminism fun and digestible to young women is bad, I guess. Pop feminism has done more damage to the feminism movement than I ever have. These people do not care about women or minorities. Stop using women and minorities as a shield for your dumbass take. I want the online left to be a comfortable space for women and minorities. Stop! It seems the only way left-wing women can survive on YouTube is if they cater to men or are men themselves. Wait a minute. It seems the only way left-wing women can survive on YouTube is if they cater to men or are men themselves. So this is a TERF. This is a trans-exclusionary radical feminist, leaving the T out of LGBT, misgendering and dead-naming several people in this article. This person is gatekeeping me. Meanwhile, they're a whole-ass TERF. Critiquing things in the left wing, critiquing the Democrats, does not mean you are right-wing, does not mean you're a centrist. It's extremely healthy to point out things you have a problem with within your own side. If you don't, you're just a partisan hack. The culture war tricked a lot of people into believing they were right-wing or center. But I don't think we're ready for that conversation yet. Are you guys ready for that conversation? I don't think you're ready. Tell me if you're ready. So that was that video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a little random, but waking up to a whole ass article about you is just quite the experience. A special thank you to all of my patrons, and I will see you all very, very, very soon with a new video. Bye! Bye!